Alrighty. Okay. I've had a crisis with this pose of Zelda. It's not good. Some serious wrongness with it. So, here's Zelda. Okay. It's just the shape and the angle. It's no good. It's not good for the composition. Pretty much everything needs to feel like it's ushering the eye to where I want it to be. I don't think Zelda's doing it. I'm not even sure this guy's doing it. But Zelda is definitely not doing it. So we gotta do better. That's okay. Okay. Let's just set her aside for now. I just have this feeling could it be more like this? Or even both hands. Reaching up, holding on to something. Yeah, I like that better. And this old guy. This old guy. I want him more in on the action. Somehow. I wonder if this hand was the one. Straight up pointing. Kill the hero. Hey. Meowdy. This is more Zelda here. I'll back out. Click the wrong button. There we go. Here you can see the composition. This is more Zelda stuff, but it's sort of the last. Here, I'll show you what I had before. I was trying to. First off, I hope you can hear me. The stream last time had. Yeah, I've tweaked the composition. I've added some Zelda stuff to it. I drew her in this pose yesterday. Okay, good. I tested it and I thought it was sounding good, but Sometimes you never know. Yesterday, I drew Zelda hanging like this, and it's a perfectly decent pose, but it didn't feel as dynamic as the rest of the composition, and I felt like I wanted to change it to be something like this, a little more dangerous, not as contrived, and then I wanted this guy to like be more involved in like pointing at Link, like get him. So I'm just making those changes. And then I'm just gonna draw some tonight. Just gonna draw some of the background stuff because a lot of these other guys look like they're decent. They're pretty much done. So, oh, and I'm gonna add a bunch of spikes down here so that there's like spikes of death and just funny stuff. So, anyway, thanks for popping in. I hope you're doing well. It's like 1 a.m. here in LA, so. Everyone's asleep. I can do whatever I want. A.m. Oh, good. I'm glad you are up to some creative things. That's the best use of a late night. Sometimes I mean, what's worse? Being sleepy or feeling like you wasted an opportunity to get some creative work done? For me, if I'm well rested, but I feel like I totally missed like a big window to work on a cool project, the sleep just isn't worth it. You had surgery. You've been hopefully recovering. Surgery on your voice, your something else? And I'm the same way, yeah. Especially if I'm in the mood. Tonsillectomy. Yeah, okay. I think I'm recalling some things. Who needs tonsils, right? Are tonsils the same thing as like adenoids? Do you know what I'm talking about? My wife works with ear, nose, and throat doctors, so I know a little bit about the weird things that go on. Amygdala. I thought the amygdala was a part of the brain. Huh. Probably because it's like the Greek word for walnut or something like that, right? Just supposing it might be something like that. pop in and fall asleep to the soothing sound of my voice. I'll just be rambling on about what's going on here. Yeah, I had a feeling that this would be improved to have some sort of gesture coming from this guy. But it has to be... I can't just chop it up with a bunch of, like, goofy forms. Oh, shit. I want it to look good. Yeah. Send those tonsils to hell. No, I don't like that either. Maybe it's enough to have, like, just both arms super frustrated. Both this guy and Zelda are late adds to this composition. They weren't there originally. And part of me wonders if I'm trying to shoehorn in just too much. I feel like this stuff can work. I just need to unlock it properly, get the right balance. I feel like it brings story to something that was sort of one note beforehand. And an opportunity to get Zelda in on more of these compositions. I need to pay attention to that possibility. Anyway, that feels better, at least as far as he goes. Okay. Definitely more interesting in the pose. What kind of music were you recording? Is that what you were saying? Let's see here. Work done on the song with my friend, yeah. I'm gonna make it Zelda, but you're right that I should inject some chic in there too. Wasn't Chic Zelda, or was it... Am I wrong about that? Okay, yeah. I don't... I think if, like, I can find a different composition to put Chic into, maybe that makes sense, but I didn't love... I felt all that was a little... I don't know. The obvious mystery of Chic's identity. And, I don't know. Okay, cool. If you ever want to, this is not like a musical. This is obviously more of an art one, but I'm super. You know, the at least a small part of this stream is like, you know, people be like, "Oh, I'm working on this project." And I'm like, "Cool, show it to me," and I'll, you know, put it up on the thing, and you know, I like seeing stuff evolve or other people working on projects. This is my personal project. It's like a forum for that sort of thing. So if you finish it, you feel proud of it enough to show off, then I want to see it. You know. Okay, let's see how I can hopefully do some justice to Zelda here. The other issue I'm running into with this composition is like it's a very wide composition, so there's like, so the characters that are distant are small, and but now when I zoom in on them, they're all pixelated. So I'm kind of doing oh, very good. Yeah, I mean, get your get the ducks in a row, or not. It's not a big deal. And if you had anything else, it's totally curious to hear what cool things other people are working on. Okay, here's my Zelda reference. So this is the Zelda I'm sort of working off of. You know what's so funny is my daughter had long hair, and then she's like, whatever, 7 years old. She cut her hair, and it looks just like this, like the kind of bob. It's really cute. People are like going nuts for it. My daughter has brown eyes, but otherwise she'd be like a really good Zelda cosplay. My son would be a good Link. I gotta think about this down the road. I think here, even from this angle, pardon my munching, I've got some mixed nuts I've been sampling. Even a little bit of the cape or cowl or whatever it is might show some of the movement. You can see what I mean about the pixels. It's like, how do I draw details that are smaller than a pixel? It's like impossible. I approve of your opinion. Thank you for validating my gut instinct to make a change. We'll see. Like if I sleep on it, like so I drew the other pose, and I liked it okay at the time, although something was nagging me. I was like, okay, well, I have something. I know I want to try and make Zelda work here. if I sleep on it, and I don't like it. And you know, it's like, it sticks with you. When you're working hard on something, it stays in your mind. You keep digesting it. It's like chewing, like a cow chewing cud. Eventually it breaks down, breaks down, breaks down. And you hear it differently or see it differently. You can come back to it the next day, you have fresh eyes. It works or it doesn't. This cape is too big. I feel like it helps. It helps some things, whereas like I don't really want this to be like a fan service moment. I'm down to have like sexy Zelda poses, but I don't want it to be this one. This is kind of like, it's too zoomed out, you know. We have fan service Zelda. That needs to happen on purpose. More clearly. Yeah. You can tell it's like my mind is trying to run the cloth sim that makes sense of these. Damn, and what happened to the... My brush sensitivity got all whack. These modern tools are so finicky sometimes. Okay, well, let's see what I can adjust. Do something about that. Okay, that looks like a decent start. Let me check something. I mean, you haven't been streaming lately, have you? Because I definitely haven't, at least recently, seen you seen any notifications. Of course, you had your surgery, so that makes sense, but the... when you stream, do you do the music stuff, or is it different? I was like, I follow you, right? Yeah. Okay. And it's like VTubing, right? So you have got like a animated character. Oh, Laika. That's the dog that went into on the Soviet space. Yeah. All right. Now it all makes sense. Yep. I'm smart. SMRT. Definitely like this a lot more, because there's something good. How you don't have to disclose, but I'm curious your age. For instance, my brother is like, he streams and he's been doing it for a couple of years now. He is like 7 years younger than me. I'm 41 if I recall. So I feel like I'm old to be streaming, and I can't infer anything from like the chat, like not that it needs to like be something that changes our chatting experience. Okay, 25. That was sort of like, okay. I was like, the sometimes by people's descriptions of what their day is like or what they're up to, or like so it's like, oh, I'm working on these cool things, but then I'm having surgery, and I'm like, okay, so are you middle-aged like me, where it's like your body's falling apart and you need surgery, or are you just using your instruments well and getting the mileage and all that stuff? So just thanks for satisfying my curiosity a bit. I've had, when I was 21, yeah, I was 21 when my spleen exploded. I didn't do anything bad at all. I was, like, for a lot of people, they'll have traumatic injuries, like a car accident or something like that, and they'll have a spleen rupture. In my case, I was just had a head cold or something, and but it was causing my spleen to be inflamed. And then I did some strenuous exercising, because when I was younger, I used to actually do weight training and pump iron and stuff. And my spleen exploded, and I didn't know it. I was just doing pull-ups, and I felt a pop in my belly. I thought I pulled an ab muscle, like I was doing, muscly stuff. My core was engaged. I felt the pop. It wasn't pain, and I didn't know what it was. I was fine. But I felt like I should stop doing pull-ups, so I did. Actually, maybe I didn't. I probably kept going and made it worse. Over the next few days, I got intense pain in my abdomen. I couldn't even sit up anymore. And then one day I was driving to my parents' house and I passed out behind the wheel. I regained consciousness on the side of the road and was able to drive home. And I was like, I think I'm sick. And they were like, you're white as a ghost. You're going to the hospital right now. And it turns out my spleen had exploded and they were able to save my life after I'd been bleeding internally for 3 days. So I know crazy shit can happen at any age, but you know, thanks for satisfying a little bit of curiosity there. You have to use a cane at 25? That's not fair. I mean, do you at least have a cool cane? I feel like a cane could be distinguished. It could be like a trademark, right? There you go. I'm all about like you gotta own that stuff. Your weakness is strength. Yeah, there you go. Now I love the Zelda pose. This is my new favorite addition. I feel it's working. It's working now. Whee! I might move this guy. Let me move this one of these guys. I like the idea of I don't know, maybe it's funnier in my head, but no, let's keep him there. Maybe I can draw like a new guy. Some guy trying to hold on to Zelda's boot. I'm adding way too many characters to this. Yeah, sleep, please. You're very sweet to pop in, and I appreciate it. Please rest. Have a good continued recovery. Ask your friend about the music when it's done. When it's ready to share, see if you can get permission. Have a good night. Big ol' hunchbacks. Silly bellies. And then there could be like one guy that's like pulling onto this. It's like wedgie time. Probably too much, though. I'll draw him real quick. I can always drop him out later. You know, maybe I'll make it look like he was reaching, but he didn't get it. Yeah, he couldn't actually get her. Otherwise, there's too much conflict, like she could have saved him but didn't, or these little guys just like remind me of Calvin and the Hobbes characters or something. Always gotta remember. Clear decisions about what is going away from camera and what is pointing to camera. This leg pointing away. This leg pointing towards. Not ambiguous, not just side to side. This arm pointing towards camera. And this arm pointing away. Clear. Didn't like how these guys were kind of on the same plane. Starting to get there. I can't go too much longer, but I'll try and draw some spikes. All right, bad Zelda. Moblin Madness. Okay, well, this can be fun. Spikes. I think I'm gonna have the spikes more or less just sort of recede into a misty bottom, something that is kind of obscured from vision. There could just be this low-lying fog. That's the best artistic solution in general, is to justify some sort of fog that prevents you from needing to justify having any sort of detail. Sort of drawing these without too much conviction or purpose. But as I'm thinking about it now, I should sort of crisscross, be of all sorts of different apparent heights, lengths, angles. Anything but perfect should do. Not too big, not too small. We could even be here too. And always in support of the composition. Drawing these now reminds me of sharpening our charcoal pencils in art class, in figure drawing class, many years ago, and hopefully many years to come. Hopefully, if there's any artists listening, now or in the future, you'll understand the reference. Whittling and shaving down a charcoal pencil to the ideal tip. Of course, I don't want to draw any of these bad guys getting impaled. I feel like that to simply imply their demise is more than enough. These lovely arrows, helpfully reinforcing the composition. A little obviously, but that's okay. If I can get away with it, maybe just a few more. It doesn't have to be, I have to draw 100 arrows, or sorry, spikes. They just have to give the impression of the beginning of 100. And then I can use other tricks down the road to perpetuate that assumption. Hey man, what are you doing up? Oh, cool. I know a guy who storyboarded that. Wasn't me, but one of my storyboard artist buddies was a board artist on it. Actually, a couple of my buddies. How'd you like it? Tell me it was good. I know we had that VHS. Good. Did you see it at like City Walk with like the whatever the 5D sound or whatever they're calling it? Because I can imagine like what a Ranch AMC. I want to see it on like the crazy IMAX sound. Like I literally want it to feel like a twister is absorbing me up. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Here, check it out. I know you're probably sleepy. Check this out, though. I changed some things. So this is I changed Zelda's pose to be this. I think it's better. This was the old Zelda pose. I don't know if you really saw that much. But Yeah, this Zelda is old and busted, and this new Zelda is the hotness. No one could beat Bill Paxton, baby. Who else was in it? Helen Hunt? Was that it? And Carrie Elways. Helen Hunt, Carrie Elways. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Food. And the other weird looking guy, kind of Joe Pesci-ish, bucktooth hillbilly looking guy. The Suck Zone. He was in the Suck Zone. What about Dorothy? You took her from me. You bastard. Hell yeah. Screw drawing. I'm just gonna do streams where I just like do one man reenactments of entire movies, like here, instead of like drawing. He's in it for the money, not the science. Oh man. Game over, man. Game over. You wore it out. Yeah, man. In an era of like laser discs, we were binging Twisters and the Goofy movie. What else? But yeah, Twister was amazing. All right, man. Well, is Twisters like a remake? Is it a sequel? Is it Weekend at Bernie's? Yeah, man. Some like it hot. Pseudo sequel, not really reboot. Okay. Did they more or less, did they? I mean, more nods and real references. I recall Twister being one of the very first like DreamWorks movies, right? Like it was a one of those early kind of like, okay, this is kind of like a new special effects kind of deal. Definitely like CG sort of being a little more formidable than other attempts beforehand. Twister is like a natural national treasure, is what I would say. It's not about the look, man. It's always like engage my imagination. I want it to be real here, not. I want it to be real here, not here. Make it real here, not here. Yeah, something like that. Oh man, you banned somebody real quick. What was that? I didn't even get to see. I'll have to give you the trust, but now I'm curious. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'll see if I can... Do you think it would be like a decent date movie? Okay. Do we have some, like, gruesome, like, fun death with, like, somebody, like, get their head sucked off or something like that? Works as a date movie? Cool, because I think I'd be down to, give that a shot with Julie. You saw it with friends. Alright, man. Cool. Well, where's Craig? He should be on this stream. He's got no excuse. I'm gonna go like 5 more minutes. I'll call it a night at 2. I didn't need to. I'm satisfied with. Ooh, trap, huh? I recently saw the movie. What was it, Old, or something like that? An interesting film, but like, man, he is the suspension of like, I don't know, like, come on, bro. I didn't see the entire thing. I still need to see the entire thing of Split. I liked what I saw of Split. Now, why will Trap be better? Tell me why Trap will be better. The premise, okay. Well, you don't have to explain. What if you feel like typing it out? Hype it up. Give me your synopsis, your elevator pitch. Tell me your premise, and then I'll tell you my premise for the new short form YouTube series that I've come up with. Way too much going on in this drawing, but I feel like it's okay. Basically, a dad takes his daughter to a concert, and police start to arrive and skip the perimeter, saying they're secure. They're at the concert, and they're gonna catch him. Oh, that's interesting. So, like, the daughter is bait, basically? The dad is the killer. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So he needs to escape. That's trippy. Him trying to figure out how to escape. It's like a 2-hour-long Dexter episode or something. That's cool. All right, here's my... All right, we should check it out. We should review a movie sometime. Okay, here's a... So I came up with this idea for like it's like a YouTube YouTube-y style. This isn't necessarily me, although I'd be good for it. But the whole premise is it's like and this could be done via like just newspaper ad or something that gets around. But basically, I put myself out there as a person who, let's say I put out a Craigslist ad and it just said, I will for the cost of Uber fare, I will come to your house and I will drink the last bits of whatever is in your liquor cabinet that you've had opened for like 2 years and you can't seem to get rid of because it's just like an inch of some weird, rando alcohol that for some reason you're sentimentally attached to. Like, some people, you just end up accumulating. See, not me, because I'm like an alcoholic, but like normal people will like accumulate like small inches in a big bottle. They'll have like a last inch that they just don't want to finish off for whatever reason. And my theory is that there's always some sort of like story about the bottle where they're not ready to be done with it, or they feel like they need to honor it in a certain way, or it's like. So my theory is it's like I'll go there and I'll like talk to the people and they'll be like, yeah, so this was like the last bottle of scotch that I sipped with, my dad, before he died or something like that. Like there's a story there where he's like, this, vodka I got from bottle service is good. Oh, that's good. I pitched it to some friends the other day, and Courtney came up with the name of The Final Pour, which I also thought was good. But bottle service is good. That could be the name of the service itself. But this was when I went to Palm Springs, and I was, at their house, and they're not alcoholics like me, so I was like, okay, let's root around in this thing, and it was like that, where they're like, they have everything except they're not that great at finishing, but they need help because they need to finish it so they can get more stuff. Everybody needs a fresh bottle of whatever it is, but what they had was like little bits at the little slugs of stuff at the bottom. It'd be like a storyteller thing, like almost like a exactly. It's sort of like encouraging that, like a catharsis, like hey, I know you want to preserve the memory of something, but also like allowing it to gather dust and become gross after years of neglect in a bottle because you can't process the memories is not actually doing service to the thing you are trying to honor. I think it's sort of a people could use a little bit of like, it's like whatever, a clean house, whatever, the Marie Kondo thing or something like that. Like humans being emotional pack rats, we substitute objects for feelings, and yeah, there's an opportunity, I think, for people to like express and hopefully process emotion through the process of, with the help of a professional like me, letting go and being better for it. Get a fresh bottle and then drink it every night. That's what I say. It's this is me sort of vocally expressing, like, my pet peeve is like people who hold on to like the last bit of something. I'm like, oh, here, I'll help you finish this. And they're like, no, I'm saving that. I'm like, who are you saving it for? The president? Like, who's more important than me that's gonna show up at your house? The last drop. Ooh, I like that. Yeah. See, these are great. Remember this stuff. But yeah, you don't want to, I don't know, like defer some sort of honorifics. Like it's a misplaced sense of like gratitude or whatever. Like it's like, no, that it's like not being ready to. I guess there's not being ready to, or just sort of like holding yourself in some sort of stasis so you don't have to grow, does not honor the thing. So it's me sort of saying like, you not finishing this bottle represents your cocooning, and it's time to leave the Ooh, uncapped. I like all these. See, this is good. I'm glad we're riffing like this. You know who'd be good, although I don't know, he doesn't drink that much, but Craig would be good in this role because he loves to talk to people. And I like talking to people too, but like part of this is like I just get in there and raid their alcohol cabinet, but it occurred to me that there also might be like emotional, sentimental values attached to some of this stuff. So like there's a reason why it's still there, right? It doesn't make sense for it to be like if it's like, oh, I just don't like alcohol, or maybe it's people who have like quit their drinking. Yeah, he's good at interviewing too. Maybe he'd be a good producer on the project, since you could mention it to him. You know, if he feels like it's like amazing, he should take it over. But the just one of my many show ideas. Okay, that's enough of these little spiky spikes. All right, bro. I am going to call it a stream. Lots of busy stuff today. Yeah, drunk history, or like guest stars could, you know, join in. There could be all sorts of different ways to spin it. Okay. All right, this is good. Next stream, I'm gonna draw the background. It'll just be trees and maybe a little indication of a forest fire in the background. And then this will be ready to do the fills, get it into a state of black and white roughness. And then we go back. We start really detailing this stuff. So this is exciting. Nearly there, over the halfway point. It's gonna be fun. Okay. No, Dan's like me. He finishes his shit. He doesn't hold on to stuff for any reason like that. No, yeah, exactly. No, because you know better. You know better when you drink it and then you process and then you're over it. That's how it goes. Okay, so that's the thing. All right, I am gonna bid adieu. Thank you all, and catch you next time. Get some sleep.